And welcome back to the next lecture. We're going to discuss presenter-led videos. Now, these are everything from, doing reviews, talking about something, to if you're doing tutorials, if you're explaining, much like this, educating on something, or if you want to jump on a trend hack and talk about a topic, talk about other YouTubers, talk about news in the world, talk about celebrities, and you want to sit down and discuss these are all examples of presenter-led videos. And I'm going to get into and share some real-world examples in different niches in this style of presenter-led videos. Remember, that's the difference between the niche, if I'm talking about the news, current affairs, or if I'm doing tech reviews or makeup tutorials or whatever I'm discussing, that's the niche within this style of presenter-led videos. So before we get into the real world examples, and I'm going to share with you some people you should go away and research if this is perhaps the type of video you wanted for your purpose, let's talk about purpose and earnings and style for this style type. So the purpose obviously is normally to either inform or entertain, normally partly on both. If I'm watching a tech review on something, I'm definitely going to inform, but I'm going to need to be entertained, and I'll show you some examples. So if your purpose is to, just want to talk about a topic that you like to discuss, celebs, for example, then you may want to just talk about that, or like clickbait news that's out there and things. Or if you have another business, if you're trying to push people over to purchase products or to sign up for a newsletter, go to your website or whatever, to inform someone about what it is your business is selling or what it is that you're pushing as part of your funnel, information, presenter-led videos are great for things like that. Earnings, obviously niche dependent, could come from affiliate links below your video, either to your own products or to products you're discussing and talking about on various sites, as mentioned in the previous lecture. And we talk later on in the course in the YouTube Academy section, how you get affiliate links for stuff like Amazon. If I'm discussing this microphone and then I want a link below my videos, people click it, I get a small kickback from that, from the affiliate link. Just one example. Or perhaps you're pushing people over to your site to collect email addresses to then send them out newsletters selling them products, either your own or other people's, that you're going to also treat as an affiliate link to earn money from. It's usually through affiliate link purchasing, and if your views are good enough, then also add revenue too. If enough viewers watch, if it's a really clickbait topic and a lot of people watch on a news style, I'll show you Philip DeFranco in a moment, then you can also earn money from ad revenue on YouTube, of course. Now the filming style for this is usually, for the best part, to camera, much like I'm doing right now. A fixed location. That doesn't mean that a shot doesn't jump in and jump out, jump in, jump out, just to break it up, like I often do with my videos when I'm explaining something. Keeping one shot like this can be a bit boring. You can also overrun B-roll, shots of the product or thing you're talking about. You're talking about a celebrity, B-roll of that celebrity, news articles that pop up on screen, or showing and moving around with the product. I'll show you examples of that in the real world examples coming up shortly. Actually, let's get into them right now. I'm going to share my screen with you here, and we're going to discuss these 4 creators one at a time. Marcus Brownlee, Philip DeFranco, Joe Rogan, and Mr. Who's the Boss. Okay, first off, let's get into Marcus Brownlee. If you're unfamiliar with Marcus Brownlee, he does amazing tech reviews, and he's got a great story. You can see loads of documentaries on him, starting as a kid in his bedroom, doing reviews on tech, phones, filming kit, all cool bits of tech. Amazing. So Marcus Brownlee, let me just show you a bit of a clip from one of his videos. So starting kind of slow for him, but that's because he's such a big creator. He's showing the product. This felt like a Casey Neistat video. If you watched my previous section on vlogs and entertainment, opens up with that. If you're a new channel, I'd be far more punchy and telling people something instantly as you're coming to the video, showing how it's amazing, great, something to grab them, something they won't believe, an unbelievable fact, etc. He's already got 16 million subscribers. He can be as slow as he wants. Think about that if you're starting out and doing this. Now, he does everything from unboxing just like that to a sat down talking to camera section like this.
So this new HomePod, the 2nd generation HomePod that's just come out, is one of the most confusing new Apple products I've seen in a long time.
Now tell me this isn't a really simple setup. You are sat in a room, it's well lit, and we talk about that in the equipment section, having lights like I've got on me right now. It's really well lit and bright, but there's nothing special about this. The presenter-led videos allow you to do in your bedroom style, presenter-led informative videos. Just light it well. He's got great light and production here. So we'll go from that and then go into showing, I don't know, B-roll, like clips from the internet that he's just screenshot or screen recorded and put them over the top. And that's pretty much everything, including using the product. That's more like a vlog, straight down. You can use your phone, and I could grab my phone and I could show the product itself and film it as I'm talking on a nice wide image here. That's pretty much his entire setup. You've got seeing the product, talking about it to camera like this, overcut of B-roll from the product's website or online, and using it. That's it. That's the whole thing. Let me go on to the next section here. This is Philip DeFranco, which is also another, that's why I want to jump onto him quickly, another one where he's set up in a single location, just like I'm doing right now. Let me play a little bit of him and you'll see the difference.
Sup, you beautiful bastards. Welcome back to the Philip DeFranco Show. I got a special Sunday community show for you today. I'm going to jump through all the news that mattered the most to y'all this week, go through the reactions and even more. Before that, I want to hit you with the...
So, he's in his studio. It's obviously well lit. If you watch later on in the course, Julian has a section about setting up your filming space. It's great. The lighting is perfect on here. He's got that darker feel. You'll see it in Julian's section later. But all he did was have that one single shot. He zoomed in slightly, came back out to break it up so it's not just one long shot. And he has a really good way and presence on camera. He says, hey, you beautiful bastards, here I am. And he's very animated, uses his arms. He's entertaining just in his mannerisms. Once again, just like Marcus Brownlee, he cuts away to B-roll like this. These are shots like either screen record here, I'll show you.
Like you said, Phil, without this video or his videos that came before it, he would not...
All he's done is cropped out a comment, had a video behind it, talked over it, to cut away to the B-roll, to break up what it is he says, and here's some stock footage here, behind him talking the whole way through. It's all B-roll, so much B-roll in his presentation, and then mixed up with him presenting to camera just like this. A great informative style. If you want to do something talking about, I don't know, other YouTubers, talking about news, celebs, really clickbait trending topics that are happening right now, he always jumps on the latest trends, check out Philip DeFranco for a great example of that. And then he's very similar, you saw his mic in shot like that, to a podcast. Now some of the best podcast creators on the planet have this same setup. Let me show you a clip of Joe Rogan here.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
So when you're programming artificial intelligence, or you're working with artificial intelligence, are they specifically trying to mimic the developmental process of a...
So he has just a real simple setup. There will be one wide shot of the two of them from side on, two people of a desk shooting down there. He has one shot on him, one shot on his guest. If you're doing a podcast with someone else, and they don't have to be high-end celebrities like Elon Musk like this video. I know people, once they've grabbed their niche, for example, Thailand travel, I know there's people in there who have interviewed other YouTubers in the space, other people who own businesses in Thailand. Whatever your interest is, if your interest is a business or part in Liverpool, England, and you interview local people from there and sit down, you can have a great conversation with anyone talking about a topic. Even your friends, sit down and talk about a trending topic. He has a real easy setup, and you could do this with two phones if you want to be as basic as you want to. One shot on you talking, one shot on the person replying, record audio, put them together. It's a real simple two-cam setup. It just has a great conversation and great topics to talk about. It's a podcast, you can listen to it, filmed for YouTube. You could then take this audio and repurpose that as a podcast to go on Spotify or Apple Music, wherever you want to put this, so that you can have a video here. You could repurpose this onto Facebook, you can make it into shorts, you could, with some real like Vox Pop clips for the 1 minute short, bring them over to the long video, and you can make it a podcast standalone for people to listen to. A real 360 branding behind your product if you wanted to. And it's a real simple setup. You even see the curtain in the background. It's meant to look like I'm in a studio in a basement. It's meant to look real, not super polished. But if you do want super polished, let me show you Mr. Who's the Boss. Mr. Who's the Boss does tech reviews primarily also, although some other content on there. But he has a really slick style. Let me play a little bit of his video here.
Galaxy S23 Ultra, I thought, oh no. This is the first time in Samsung's entire history where their pinnacle flagship smartphone looks almost identical to the one that came before it. Same body, same display, same battery. Boring! Samsung's always been...
So he's super fast-paced and flashy. It's somewhere between, remember in the last section I talked about Mr. Beast, fast, and then this presenter led that we saw with Marcus Brownlee when he's sitting there and talking, somewhere between the two. Within that opening section there, you saw Marcus Brownlee super slow, and I said that he should be faster if you wanted to grab people if you're a new channel. And look what he does. Within his opening shots, he shows the product, and then he's got him presenter led here, cuts in, pans up on there, shows this, has vox pops, like voice coming up, boring, text on screen. It can't stop moving. Let me show you the intro again, which is the most important part.
The first time I picked up Samsung's new Galaxy S23 Ultra, I thought, oh no. This is the first time in Samsung's entire history where their pinnacle flagship smartphone...
So if you're filming this, you might set up right now and do my whole video talking about the product, showing it, then go back through, shoot shots of the phone, shoot your intro, you picking up the phone. I'm filming like this as I pick up the phone. Then my reactions, he looks at the camera, oh no, and put on text and graphics. And that's pretty much the setup. You'd film this shot right here when he sat in his studio, and then you'd overlay on top of that as what you said dictates. Now this is either an actual studio of his, or he's done a green screen and lit it really well and then has this in the background. He could just be sat in a small room like this with a green screen and put this image in the background. We'll get into that later when we talk about setting up your filming space. If you want to do presenter-led videos, then do make sure you watch that section from Julian later. It's a real good one. And his style, much younger audience skewed, fast-paced. So do be thinking about who your audience is. You're going to make a different style of video if you're talking about a makeup tutorial and something, showing someone and educating. If I'm talking to someone, showing them how to market on Google Ads, on YouTube, for example, it's going to be very different if I'm doing fast-paced tech reviews or I'm doing a podcast, having a discussion. It's going to just cut back as the conversation dictates. So these are some great examples of presenter-led videos. Do go and watch those and study those guys, and we break down the style like I have been on what they look like. Think about what you can achieve with your equipment and what you have and your space. Most importantly, earlier we talked about your audience and purpose of your videos. If you want to inform and sell someone something, bring them somewhere else. If your audience is younger, older, male, female, location, shoot with them in mind and purpose. Decide on which style from these guys or anyone else. Decide on your style based on this. Now in the next section, we're going to talk about stock footage only videos, which are one of my favorite styles and probably one of the fastest growing types of style videos on YouTube, where you don't need to film a single thing yourself, which sounds crazy. Let's get into that and talk about stock footage only videos on YouTube.